I've talked about wedding registries here on the blog a lot in the past. If you've been following us for any length of time and reading our blog, then you know that I'm a big fan of registries. I was not when I first got engaged. I thought it was silly. My husband and I had lived together for 4 years, and we had everything. Clearly, we had sheets and towels and pots and pans and cooking utensils and silverware and et cetera, et cetera. And I really just didn't see the purpose. I was very, very strongly in the just give me cash. I'd rather have the money. Until my mom and my stepmom and my mother-in-law basically sat me down and they were like, listen, you are inviting 200 people to this wedding and they are going to buy you gifts regardless of if you tell them to or not. They're going to do it. Now, wouldn't you rather those gifts be things that you want versus things that these people think you would like? And I sat there and I thought about it. And basically, we ended up creating Registry because our moms told us to do it. But in the end, I'm so glad we did. However, that being said, I still get that a traditional wedding registry is not the best option for everybody. Everybody has their reasons as to why they wouldn't want a traditional registry, and that's okay. It's your wedding. You're allowed to do what you want. And if you don't want a traditional registry, you don't have to have one. However, with that being said, I still always suggest having something to direct guests, because you do have all of these people. They are going to want to buy you something, and you should at least get the things you want and that you like versus some random like heart statue that your great aunt thought was beautiful and you hate. I mean, what would you rather have? So let's get real. So let's talk about some alternatives to a traditional registry that might be a good option if you don't think the household items are the right fit for you. So you can always do a honey fund, registering for contributions to your honeymoon or excursions while you're on your honeymoon. That's a great option always. Guests really like giving to that. They like the thought of contributing to your honeymoon. So honey funds are a great option. There are a lot of sites out there that you can use that make it really easy and really streamline the process for you. Another alternative is to register for experiences outside of your honeymoon. So registering to join like a wine of the month club or a cheese of the month club or ice cream of the month club or whatever your favorite thing is. So you can always do that, or register for, a chance to go to a really cool local attraction nearby. Random things like that, date nights and fun things that essentially you're registering for gift cards and you're registering for cash, but people feel like they're giving you an actual item. So things like that are a great option as well. Also, registering for hobby items. So maybe you don't need household stuff, but you guys have a hobby together and you would really like to buy new mountain bikes because you love mountain biking, or there's some really new mountain biking gear that you'd like. You can create registries solely centered around your hobbies, which is a great option, and people love to do that too, especially anything that they think will allow you to spend more time together. So hobby registries, awesome option. Another thing you can always do, if none of those really sound appealing, is you can always ask for charitable donations. If you're in a position where you have an established home, you have the items that you want, and you don't feel a need to upgrade those things, and you're pretty comfortable in your life, charitable donations are always great. I always suggest designating a few charities that you support or asking guests to give to the charity of their choosing. So, maybe one or two charities you love, and then you can say, or if there's a charity that holds, special meaning to you, please give to that charity in our name. And then that way you get to make an impact while celebrating, and everybody gets to give something on your behalf, which is what they're really after. So charitable donations, wow, okay, are a great option. And then on top of that, if, you can get creative. So one of the other things that you can do is, let's say you've just bought your first home together, or you already own your home and there are things you want to do to it. Renovations, cosmetic updates, paint the walls, new decor, things like that. You can make a home renovation registry and register for faucets and stoves and floors and all of those things. And the way that they're set up is guests can actually contribute to a portion of that item. Flooring is expensive. Chances of someone gifting you floors for your house, not real high. But someone might give you $50 towards your floor, or $100 towards your floor, or $200 towards a new stove. That also lets them know that things like Home Depot and Lowe's gift cards would serve you really well. So there are those things too. So those are a few alternatives that I really strongly recommend if a traditional registry is not right for you, to think through those options. And I always suggest putting something together, like I said, because guests are going to give you something regardless. So it's better to direct their focus and their attention and their gift giving, I should say, towards something that's either meaningful to you or will help you, even if those things are not sheets, towels, and pots and pans. So those are some alternatives. If you have any good alternatives or you're doing something different for your registry, then comment below and let us know, because I would love to hear what some of your alternatives are. See you guys later.